South Carolina, Mr. Norman is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank all the panelists for coming. You know, we talk about affordable, we talk about housing shortage, apartment shortage. This isn't that complicated. When you have anywhere from 23 to 28% regulatory costs, government compliance going into the cost of a $400,000 house, that's $98,000 that the homeowners are having to bear. When you see what I saw happen to the manufactured housing or attempted to, you have bureaucrats trying to tell them how to make a home more energy efficient and mandating the ceiling joists, mandating the duct blaster test, mandating carbon emissions from a manufactured house is really one of the few affordable homes that can be built. When you see credit reports, there's an attempt to take away medical debt that's unpaid. It's insane, and it's very simple. You get government out of the way. You get federal regulations out of the way. And politicians, I recently put a football analogy. I had a talk show host who was lecturing Nick Saban over what he needed to do to improve his team. I thought, that's how politicians are. A lot of times we don't know what we don't know. But you get politicians out of the way. This has got to be settled on the local level. If you want to increase demand, increase housing, make it so the eviction notices can go out. You have to get paid back. Somebody pays for this. So the other thing, we talk about homelessness. What about the 8 million that are coming across this border? Where are they going to go? New York City's finding it out. What are they going to do with it? So get government out, stop this flow of people in this country that have not paid into the system, and get the regulators out of the way. You go to your experts. The person calling into Nick Saban, I think, is not the best one to tell him what to do. He's in it. So go to the experts that actually do it and have their money invested. Ms. Shannon, let me ask you, some of your, you mentioned make housing affordable. Two things. Define what affordable is, and secondly, is you call for more rental assistance, more federal subsidies. Is the federal government, does it set the gold standard for financial accountability?
So affordability means a household doesn't pay more than 30% of their income towards rent. And
No, give me affordable. What's an affordable house or an apartment? Give me what in your terms, because I don't know what that is.
Oh, I just did. It depends on what a person's income is. So different people can afford different amounts towards their housing costs, but nobody should pay more than 30% of their income towards rent or towards their mortgage.
The federal government is the answer for that?
Well, for extremely low-income households, when I'm talking about households with extremely low incomes, I'm talking about in your district, for example, a single person who has a disability or is a senior and is on an extremely limited fixed income of about $12,000 to $15,000.
Okay, I'm running out of time.
Or I'm talking about a working family with a combined household income of no more than $25,000. For these households, the private market on its own, and you can ask any housing developer, whether they are for-profit or nonprofit, they will agree that they can't on their own make housing affordable.
Okay, so you make it affordable
with such low
by having subsidies from the federal government.
So
is that what you're saying?
It requires an intervention from the federal government, given the scale.
And where's that money coming from?
In the form of subsidies.
And where's that money coming from?
Outlays for housing assistance is about 1%.
Yeah, but where is the money coming from on subsidies that you say the federal government, which I think is in the red to a tune of $36 trillion, where's it coming from?
I would say 1% of outlays.
Okay, you're using percentages, but you're not answering my question. You really aren't. I mean, just tell me if it's coming from the taxpayers. And I'm saying...
Sure, we can absolutely increase taxes for corporations and for high-income earners in order to afford to have people have their most
That's a utopian dream that you're talking about. You're saying
keep a roof over
further
their
in
heads,
debt, further put this country, hold on, reclaiming my time, because I got 10 seconds. Putting this country further in debt on the number one indicator of the economy, housing, is the more federal government, that's the opposite that you want to do in the real world. I yield back.